This episode of App Judgment is brought to you by Squarespace.
Welcome to App Judgment, your source for mobile application news and reviews. I'm Mauricio.
I'm Graham.
And today we're checking out a little bit of application drama. Tap, Tap, Tap Camera Plus. I don't know if you've heard about this. We've actually reviewed it in the past. Had a little stumbling block with Apple.
They did. Camera Plus, and this is camera with the plus sign. There's another app called Camera Plus that's literally just spelled out. Camera Plus. There's a little confusion there.
Yeah.
But Camera Plus, the team Tap 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 behind this app decided that, well, they came up with this great idea. They're like, why don't we let our users use the volume button on their iPhones to take pictures?
Love it.
Great little idea.
Cool.
And so they tried to work it into the app in some official way, and Apple said, nope, you can't do that. They rejected the they rejected the app. And so they said, okay, well, we'll just resubmit the app and we'll hide the feature. So they did that, and then the update went out. So everybody with Camera Plus downloaded this update, and then a couple of days later, the Tap 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 Twitter account tweeted out a little code that you could put in mobile Safari that would enable this option.
It's like a little Easter egg.
Yeah, it's a little Easter egg, a complete workaround from Apple's rules. And so word got around to Apple eventually, of course, and Apple pulled the app, I guess, last Thursday from the App Store. And so big news. It's essentially, you know, you look at it from both sides. From Apple's perspective, they've got to enforce the rules.
Of course.
From Tap Tap Tap's perspective, it's a great idea. It's a neat little feature, and I think it's something that makes taking pictures on the iPhone a lot simpler and a better experience.
You know, it's a feature that everyone loves, everyone wants. There's many applications that have tried to do this, and they've all been rejected. The main difference here, I think, primarily is that other applications have tried to sneak the code into the software submitted to Apple. Tap 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 actually made it very clear that. So it's funny. They you know, my favorite hobbies are drinking beer, running, and ragging on Apple about their draconian laws, even though I'm an Apple user. But you know, they set these rules in place, and Tap Tap Tap, you know, kind of being a little petulant child here, trying to circumvent them over and over again.
It's sort of like they're pushing the boundaries. They're trying to see what they can get away with.
Right.
And I think that in this case, Apple is totally within their right to do what they did.
Absolutely. But as much as I hate to say that, you're right.
But it's also a really neat idea, and it's a great feature. And I think it creates this discussion among Apple fans and Apple people that don't like Apple, that it's like, well, how much can Apple regulate this whole process without stifling innovation? And how is this going to be sustainable for them in the long run? Because I bet you there's a lot of developers that are watching this and trying to see what Apple's reaction is to all of this, and see if they're going to want to develop on that platform.
Totally. Well, you'd mentioned that there's an LED light issue that Apple then actually implemented after they rejected it. But what was that? We went on YouTube yesterday and asked our audience, what do you guys think about this whole situation? And we got lots of great responses. One of them was from My Life in 2D on YouTube, says that, I think that Apple should change their rules about this, just like how they did with using the LED on the back of the iPhone 4 as a flashlight. Well, I went and looked it up, and sure enough, Apple had banned apps that let you use the LED flashlight on the back of the phone as a flashlight. And so now they've got apps out there that you can actually use the LED light on the phone, and even better, you can make it strobe, I think. But that's a position where Apple said no and then changed their mind. So I think there's a lot of people out there that are hoping maybe Apple will let up on this whole volume button thing, because it's really, Apple says in their defense it's a user confusion issue. But if I'm using a camera app, I'm not adjusting the volume. I'm taking a picture. So I think there's a line that can be drawn there. Lots of other great responses, especially on Twitter. Jeremy wrote in, I think it's ridiculous of Apple, but I also see a future iOS update making camera snap or volume snap an option in the official camera app pretty soon. You know, it's one of those things that it's such a great idea and a useful feature that you just have to see Apple maybe 6 months to a year from now saying, oh, by the way, you can press the volume button now to take a picture. Innovation, we thought of it.
So there's that. And also, I like what Brandon said here. He said, hiding a feature is fine. People not wanting to use this feature wouldn't know about it, and people wanting to use it would have it.
Right. So. Well, see, that's where I kind of take issue, because hiding an Easter egg is really cool. You know, like the secret menu at In-N-Out, California thing. But you know, there's consequences to this Easter egg, and I think Tap 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 is very much aware of what they did. You know, kind of smart marketing here. Tap Tap Tap, they're not going to get banned from the store.
Yeah, they're a very prominent developer.
Right.
They have tons of great, very high-ranking apps. Yeah. Including the Dig app. They made the Dig app.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think what's going to happen is they're going to fix the application. They're going to resubmit it. Apple's going to say, okay, welcome back, and guess what? They just got all this free promotion.
Exactly. Big controversy.
Yeah.
And of course, Sam Tyson 92 says, you know, if you want to go ahead and still do this, you can just jailbreak your phone.
Jailbreaking, yeah.
If you're running 4.01 or 4.0, just jailbreak.
I think jailbreaking needs to go a little bit more mainstream. Let's make it happen, and if we want these features, let's just do it. Let's simply do it. Let's create that ecosystem. Help us out here.
Well, we want to know what you think about all this, so send us an email at appjudgment@revision3.com. Leave us a comment on our Twitter page, our YouTube, our Facebook, or on our homepage at revision3.com/appjudgment. We'll see you next time.
See you guys. How'd you do that?
Volume snap.
That's cool. Squarespace is a publishing system for anyone looking to build a blog, portfolio, or any kind of website. With blog tools that allow for iPhone updating on the go, hassle-free importing of sites from other environments, robust stats, and much more. Squarespace makes it super easy for anyone to build and maintain a site that you could only dream of with other platforms. And if you have coding experience, Squarespace allows you to delve into the code and customize things even further. Tens of thousands of people all across the internet have been using Squarespace for years, and their already great service is only getting better by the day. On July 14th, Squarespace announced a huge round of capital investment that allowed them to expand at an even faster rate. We want to congratulate Squarespace and are truly excited to work with such great people.